So, well, here again for a live analysis on Euro USD. We're doing it for Monday, 13th May 2024. So before that, let's just take a look at what we expected on Friday. So we expected on Friday, we expected a price when you rejected here. We expected it to reject peak liquidity, peak buy orders here and move up, do a break. Unfortunately, we overlooked the fact that there is a daily trend line. We overlooked that fact, sorry, and we're expecting a break instead of a retest. So it actually happened that there was a retest instead of a break. Price retested this zone and about 5 pips, and did a break to the downside. Could have done that. There's also news anyway. There's also news which was mixed. I just say it was mixed, right? So we clear the chart. We are doing an analysis for the week of 13th to 17th, I believe. Yeah, 13th to 17th. So we'll clear this and sorry, wrong one, basic. So yeah, this is it. So let's dive right into it. So what do we have? We have we're still in the month, and the month is looking, it's already going bullish. I mean, to take a lot about something is they're about to keep going bearish. So what do we do as well? We flip the last swing for where price is currently is, and we see price rejected at the 17.6. Did a deep retracement on the monthly, which we're looking at as one thing, expecting an AB equals CD. Don't know how this is going to play out. So we're just looking at there might just be a little retracement upward or something. So look at the weekly. We're not going to do much on that. Let's just keep that in mind. The last swing on the weekly, I think we're going to start marking points from here. The last swing on the weekly is yet to get to 61.8 zone. So let's mark that. Yep, weekly. And apart from that, we also have the weekly trend line, which is just two touched so far. And we have something like this, beginning with the color red to show that it's the weekly. So if you notice that the points where we have we're getting towards the points where the weekly fib level coincides with the weekly trend line is around this is the point I'm about to say. So yeah, so we are almost at that point, right? We've rejected equilibrium price for the weekly time frame. We're yet to get to 61.8. All right. So now that we've taken note of that, we move on. So we'll also mark our swings, right? And we mark that last week that's not been broken. Well, it's also good to note that we're in a downtrend on the weekly. On the monthly, we are not sure where we are, but when on the weekly, we're in a downtrend. Why? Because if you look to the left, you see price has broken this point, right? So what are we expecting on the week? We're expecting price to get to 61.8. That's gotten to equilibrium. We expect it to get to 61.8. That being said, we move on to the daily. What do we do again? We draw the last swing for the daily, which is this guy, and we mark it out. What else do we do? Let's do the same daily swing for the daily. What else do we do? We mark out the 61.8 fib level. So let's give this another color for sake of clarity. We give it black. So the daily fib level is black. What else do we have? We also have a daily downtrend line, which is first touch, second touch, third, fourth. Don't know how long this is going to hold. We're going to find out. That's why we're going to find out next week. And we give this guy black too. Right? So we've identified the daily fib, we've identified the daily downtrend line, and we'll say we've had first touch, second touch, third, and the fourth. We just got out from the 12th. Let's see how whether this fourth is actually going to hold. Let's see whether it's going to hold, right? So this is at the point. This is the point where we're begin to do analysis because we're doing a weekly analysis. Yeah. So we'll notice we'll see that the point is 61.8 weekly fib zone that coincides with the daily trend line. That same point we have 78.6 deep retracement for the daily. This is what we thought, or where we just believe price is going to, and I'm going to show you why. So two things: if price does not reject this daily trend line and fall close strongly below equilibrium following week, then we expect or the following like 2 days when into next week. In short, 2 days we'll be able to know whether we're going to go up. That's if this trend line will be broken or if it will be respected. So two things: if it's broken, we're aiming for this point. We need to not just shoot up there, right? We don't have clear. We only have a fair value gap from this point to this point. What do I mean? Have only fair value gap from here to here, right? So price will first have to get past this point before we talk about the straight move to this place. That's if it breaks the daily trend line. If it doesn't break it, we're looking at this. So let's go down to the 4 hour where we usually end our analysis. But we're taking note of the fact that price could either break this daily fib to want to get to the weekly deep retracement, or it might respect it, right? And so these are the critical points on the 4 hour. And this is the furthest we're going to go on our analysis. Let's just mark these points. We usually do 4 of them. So if we were to do another one further up, to be on this week, but the move in price would be quite small, that it would seem very negligible, which would be this. So let's look at the structures, possible structures price would make. Right, so now on the 4 hour, the last structure we can see on the 4 hour, let's go to it. On the 4 hour is this run. So remember, we have cross structures, we have internal structures. Cross structures in the sense that we have a larger view. For instance, talking about the daily, right? This is pro structure because it has a direct path or a clear path. When you talk about internal structure, this is not really visible because price did a lot of ranging. When we're talking about internal structure, this is what we could call internal structure. Price first did a move up, which you would see more in the 4 hour. It came back down, peak liquidity there, it got to this point. So this is an internal daily structure. I'm just trying to point out. something, right? So we can keep going and you see how price actually does its internal structure. And it does this is the point we just flipped now, right? So what else does it do after that? It comes back down to peak liquidity at this point. So what we're expecting now is for price to continue this uptrend. That's if it does not respect, if it breaks this daily trend lines, we're expecting it to do this, something like this, right? That's one part. But we also have the pro trend, which is the main trend, which you would you just take it to be this single move, which we, yeah, take that to be one move. You take this to be another move. This is the pro trend. While the one I just showed previously was internal. So pro trend, right? We said we're looking to hit. Sorry, let's flip this guy again. Yeah, remember we said we're looking to hit the 78.6 on the daily. Yeah, somewhere around there. So we're trying to, we said we're either going to break this daily downtrend or respect it. So in the events that we break it during the day, I've told you this is where we're going to, this is where we're heading. That's why I did the internal structure. From based on internal structure, this, and we would get to this point, right? But going further down, this is what I mean. I mean, going to get here. Let me use this instead. Before we do what? We go here. I think I did this yesterday too. Come back down to test this guy. So my point is that you're going to have structure if it breaks it. But if it doesn't, right, if it doesn't, be expecting a move down as if it breaks this guy. These are the two possibilities for the week. But either way, price has to do what? Price still has to do what? Respect structure. This is what we'll be looking at. So I'll just leave it at this. I'll leave it at this. I'll be tending towards this one because I don't. This is the fifth touch on the daily trend, and it seems to respect it, though it didn't move sharply away from it. If you notice, when price uh, touched it, rejected it instantly, did a strong move down. The peak liquidity moved to it quickly, he left it quickly. But this time it's just taking its time around it. So that's why we're not too sure. Besides, nobody knows until price gives us signals that points towards that movement. Yeah, the video is longer, but it's hard to do this. So we're still going to do the early morning on for the day, but this is what we're expecting for the week anyway. Just to stay that.